Welcome back to another episode of Uploaded and Unfiltered, the podcast in which I, your host Jermaine, interviews another content creator in regards to their journey thus far. Welcome to 2025. I hope everybody made it in safely. This is the first episode in I feel like 11 or 12 since I've had a guest. So if I'm a little rusty, bear with me. But today is going to be fun because I got one of my favorite content creators that I've ran across. Shout out to Crew. She made this happen. I'm gonna go ahead and read his bio, and then we're gonna go ahead and get him on the line so we can have an awesome conversation. Big Dog F is a variety streamer that is known under several aliases such as Quick Draw McGraw, Steel McNeil, and the Village Pillager. He's here looking to create a space to meet like-minded individuals to play games, talk about different topics, and draw while we have fun. Come hang out with the fam and be merry. With that, I'd like to introduce my first guest of 2025, the one, the only, Big Dog F. Welcome to the podcast. How you doing today?
Yo, thank you for having me, Chris. I am doing great. Happy New Year to everyone tuning in to the Uploaded and Unfiltered podcast.
We made it, finally. First and foremost, I know where the name is from, I think, but I forgot to say this in the beginning of the podcast, so I'm putting you on the spot. What is the origin story of your name?
The origin story of my name is actually kind of simple. A lot of family and friends call me Big Dog. Originally, when I was thinking of streaming, I was trying to think of a name that's like catchy, something that you can simple. You can see it in chat, and you'll know exactly who's there and what the vibe is about to come through. And then the F was just part of me. So
nice. Quick, simple, and didn't have to think too hard about it. I like it.
Man, I was thinking for so long on a name. I don't know how y'all be coming up with names like that.
Man, and I don't even remember. I don't know if I told the origin story of my name, but whatever. I'm not going to today. So let's go ahead and get this started. Besides the name reveal, how did you get started in content creation? And for the people, what exactly would you say you do in content creation? So it's a twofold question.
I would say I mostly make videos. I'm mostly a streamer. It actually started maybe during COVID. I've been playing games since like 5, 6, whatever, and I always, when I was younger, I thought I would be playing games professionally. I thought I could make that, which did not happen. Did not happen for sure, because it wasn't very realistic earlier in the day. But 2020 came. One of my friends was streaming, and I completely forgot about Twitch, and even like streaming as a idea. I've always seen other people stream, and forgot about it. Then after playing with him on his stream and talking to other people in his chat, I finally got a headset and just hopped on. I was chilling at my parents' crib with me and my 3 friends playing Warzone all the time. So we just thought, let's hop on Twitch with it.
Yeah.
I've been playing ever since.
I like it. That's all it takes is a couple of friends, an internet connection, and just a will to do it, and you're like, you're in there.
Right. Man.
All right, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and switch gears. I like where we are, but I want to know, in regards to the content you're making now, what's your confidence level look like? Where's your mindset at in regards to what you're doing now? And I know there's something on the horizon, but where do you see your content? What do you want to do with your content in the future?
Honestly, I'm trying to focus on more community-based stuff coming in the future. I've been working on making a comic as well.
Okay.
And
hell yeah.
Yeah. That's also been a long thing. So,
ooh, I didn't know that. I'm getting some new information. All right.
Yeah, it's still working on. I say I have a good amount of the story in it. It's more so just getting it down and making it all make sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah, a lot of my content is focused on me just editing videos, streams, like clips, and just working on art stuff. I feel like I've been kind of leaning away more from games because it just hasn't been hitting for me. I don't know.
I get that because right now I was just telling my wife the 31st, the whole family, we made goals. And as I'm sitting here looking at my goals, I'm like, well, for one thing, I'm making music. I'm 2025. I'm starting to make beats
Oh,
like for other people, not just for me.
nice.
Like nobody's ever, I don't think, I mean, I played a few on stream just playing around, but like I have no music, schooling, no theory. It's just, I feel this sounds good. I want to put this in it. And luckily, my brother is a rapper. He's a nerdcore artist, well, and he actually did my intro for my raid video. So I told him, I was like, listen, I got all this music equipment. I bought a MIDI keyboard that should be here Friday. I was like, I'm gonna make a track and I want you to rap over it. And he's like, bet. He didn't even no hesitation. He's like, yep, let me know when it's ready. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. I was gonna get some pushback. So yeah, now one of my goals of this year, by May, at least one track done that he can do his thing on, and I'll know it's done because the song will be finished, and that's what I'm going for. So
I believe
I 100% applaud doing stuff outside of gaming because it's necessary sometimes.
it really is, and it's just everybody I've been seeing a lot of times plays the same game or they play a new game. I'm trying to branch out to see, different types of things. Typically black things, but
oh yeah,
I just want to see different types of content.
Mm-hmm.
Similar mindset. Long, I'm in it.
Yeah, I think this year is gonna be, and if not like naturally, I'm gonna push it. The push for people to do things outside of gaming because don't get me wrong, I love gaming. I almost put up last night on Marvel Rivals, but like sometimes I just want to be live. Maybe I'm like working on a puzzle or a document and we just in there chatting it up, like talking about life, talking about things that are going on, stuff like that. Because like I said, I love games, but sometimes I don't want to watch somebody play Call of Duty or Tekken at all.
Bro, I get. You know what's crazy? Like in the end of my streaming last year, I started doing puzzles on stream.
Yes.
And I was surprised by how many people were like, yo.
Yes.
I mean, they were backseating like, yo, you trash at this. I was like, how can I be trash at a puzzle? But whatever. And they let me show you how it's done. And they started, Chicks was in Chicks helped me with a puzzle herself. And it was a fun time.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be this year is like the time to think outside the box. Because I think people are getting bored with the gaming. And unless you're like top tier, like you're just the god of that game, I'm not. I mean, my boy Bossu versus. I watch anything he plays because he's just entertaining, and that's what I want to aspire to. Like, no matter what I'm doing, you're entertained, you're having a good time. That's my future goal. So,
I mean, to me, I feel like you already achieved that, but I feel like
I appreciate that. All right, we switching gears again. We're going to slide into lessons learned. This is one of my favorite sections of the podcast because I think in anything we do, we can always learn a lesson or learn a valuable tip to move forward in the future. So, my question to you is what has been something you learned because you started creating content?
Yo, I was actually like thinking about this just now. The biggest lesson I've learned, which is something that, people would say it's kind of, it's but use people. And I don't mean use people like just try to take advantage of, but if you have connections, you have community, and they have music or they have, they're trying to do, for example, the voice acting. I asked you for help. I know you're trying to get into, or you're getting into the voice acting.
Yeah.
So who else to use than Crip?
Exactly.
People, if they're willing to help you, great. If they're not, it's fine. Maybe you can find somebody else. But it has saved me so much time.
Yeah.
So much time and effort.
Same. I don't know how to make thumbnails, and boss does. So every once in a while, I'm like, hey, man, if you got time, can you whip me up a King and Victor thumbnail? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then like 3 days later, boom, it's done. And I'm like, see, man. And for the longest, what you're saying, like, ask people, reach out to your community. That was something I did not do at all. And that's so many missed opportunities. Like, so many networking connections that like I've garnered and established over the years. I refuse to ask them for anything, and that's changed. Like I want people to ask me for stuff, and I got to remember there are other people like me who want people to ask them for stuff. So I say I keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's tough. Like it's very tough, especially for streamers who have they do a lot of things themselves. Like they'll make their their sounds, their alerts, their overlays, the whole stream itself, and it's like you don't want. At least for me, I didn't want to burden people because everybody has their own life to handle stuff. But if they can, they will.
Exactly.
If they want.
I said my new saying is let them say no. You don't be the one to say no for them. If they want to say no, they'll say no. And then don't take that personal. It's not a personal thing. Like if I ask you, I'm like, yo, big dog, can you in 2 weeks I have a stream coming up. I want to play, I don't know, Mario Party or some shit. And if you said no, I wouldn't be like, man, you don't fuck with me, man, that's crazy. It could be like, I don't have a Switch. And I'm like, oh, all right, that makes sense. But you never know. You never know.
It could be a very simple, I'm just not in town.
Yeah. You're like, oh, okay. Instead of me sitting over here, oh, you don't like me. Oh, what did I do? Exactly. I'm telling you, that's what people do. Like, that's what I used to do. I used to like, all right, I'm gonna ask Boss to be on a podcast. Even though I know Boss is gonna say yes. Well, I know he's got a bunch of stuff he's doing. I know he got the kids this weekend. I don't know. And then 2 weeks go by and I don't ask nobody shit. And I'm sitting there struggling. Don't do that. Don't struggle this year. This year, make sure you ask people for help. It is not a sign of weakness. If anything, it's a sign of strength.
Fact.
So do that shit.
Yeah. I heard him.
All right, now it's your turn. We're about to drop some words of advice for somebody out there. Anybody you want. You could be an aspiring streamer or somebody who's been doing it for a while and they're like, yo, fuck this, I don't want to do it anymore. What type of advice, excuse me, who do you want to give advice to and what kind of advice do you want to give them?
I'll give this advice to anybody that's in the streaming, probably on the newer side. Like we said, don't be afraid to ask for help. Closed mouths don't get fed. Might as well, reach out and do what fits you.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have been seeing what someone else does and just copying them bar for bar.
Yep.
And I understand, as you're growing, you're gonna change things about your stream, change things about yourself. You're gonna grow as a person. But like, what's you is you. Creativity has been, I feel like, it's not been happening as often.
Yes, I agree.
And I just think the world needs more individuals.
I was just talking to my wife about this. I was like, motherfuckers are scared to be creative because being creative is doing something nobody else is doing.
Exactly.
And like, I feel like more of that's just needed. Yo, big dog, thank you for saying that.
Crap. Yo, it's been on my mind for such a long time. Seeing all these remasters, these remakes, live action, have been making me tired. Just even gaming too, where I understand there's only so many stories that people can tell or create, but you can make your own variety.
Oh yeah,
we don't need 6 Smash Bros. Copies.
Yeah,
where everyone does the same move pretty much. But not to say people can't try to get some ideas, because I've gotten some ideas from you, for example, from chicks.
Same.
Definitely use like sample. I don't say don't sample stuff, but
yeah,
just try to do what you. People will come.
Yeah, put your spin on it. I think that's for me. Like I was so scared to if I do something new, Like no more. Like that fear of, oh, this is new, I don't know what I'm doing. Like that shit's gone. I'll just do this shit and figure it out later. But I think people look to emulate other people's because it seems easier, because it's a blueprint. And so their brain's like, all right, this is how you do this. They did it, I did it. But I don't think they understand, like, let's say like Kai Cenat. Like he's doing shit differently. Like he's doing what he wants to do. And that's like, don't do what he's doing, but the behavior of what he's doing, that's what you want to emulate. Like, okay, I really want to do puzzles on stream. Yeah, I'm gonna do puzzles on stream, but definitely is gonna be some kind of weird twist to it. Like you can spend channel points and I gotta hide half the people. I don't know. I can't think of anything right now, but trust me, I gotta do it in the dark. Whatever. There are things that you just start thinking outside the box. And the crazier it is, maybe that shit'll hit. Worst case scenario, you try it, it don't hit, it flops, you do something else. That's it. That's what this whole game's about. Trying shit.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, the people are gonna rock with who they rock with. You don't want to copy someone else, and then you're gonna have to keep that up. For however long. Your people will find you.
Trust me, faking it to the point where you're doing stuff that's not you will cause burnout. You'll start feeling like that imposter syndrome because you're like, oh yeah, this is not me. I'm making this content. People are here. What happens when I switch content? So start from the beginning with yourself. It's so much easier that way.
Oh, you'll be able to do so much more. And then when you have your community knows this is. Oh yeah. One quick thing to add is be consistent.
Yes. Being
consistent and yourself will definitely set you up for success. Because then your community. Yeah.
Listen, I definitely am into that woo-woo. Like, if I think of something and I hear it like 5 other times, I'm like, oh no, I need to do this now. I've been thinking about making a video, maybe just a video or a TikTok on consistency and why it's like the cheat code to content creation. And essentially, like, boil it down. I won't give all the talking points. Y'all gonna have to watch the goddamn YouTube. But I've had a YouTube since like 2008. And I haven't been the consistent that I want to be with it, but like I put enough videos up that I can see what consistency does. There's videos from 2010 that still get 100 views. Like end of the month is like, oh, this video got 1,000 views. I'm like, fucking what? Why? Oh, because this game just got re-released, or oh, somebody was looking for this controller, or oh, whatever. Like, make the content. My goal this year is to do at least one YouTube video a week, which on paper is light. Like anybody can do that. But my brain's like, oh man, you gotta edit it and shoot and pick the pick. Fuck all that. It's gonna be easy. But that one video at the end of the year is gonna be 52 videos, 52 chances of somebody to see my content. And then when they see that one, I have 51 other videos they can jump into and be like, oh, this motherfucker's consistent. And they say, so please be consistent this year. Whatever your consistency looks like, one day, a week, whatever it is, make it and then stick to it.
I don't remember. I'm trying to remember if this was on a previous episode, but I definitely remember you talking about your consistency is whatever you make it. It could be one day, it could be 1 week, 1 month. And I'm like, yo, that actually changed things up. Because at least if you're doing something every, you know, all right, I haven't done it so amount of time. Let me just knock this out.
Exactly.
Good point.
Yeah, definitely. Man, this is I'm excited for this year. I was already excited for this year, but like just like hearing all my peers' mindsets, talking to you, talking to the like Boss and Vox and Jedi, and just hearing where everybody is, like I feel like good shit is coming this year.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think this year is definitely gonna change some things. I was just talking with people, especially like just some of my mods and my friends. I feel like a lot of people around my age are trying to really solidify themselves and just fuck it and do it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exciting. Also, I don't know why this just popped in my head, but the mentality that you need to work 9 to 5 and all that fun shit to make a living, I'm glad I'm starting to see that dissolve a little bit because how old am I? 41? Shit. Yeah, 41. And it took me forever to realize, like, I'm not going to say that it's a lie, but I'm saying there's other avenues. And when you don't know there's other avenues, you feel like you're stuck in that corporate grind. And that's where I was for years. And then when I finally was like, oh, wait, I can make money doing this, or I can make money doing this, or I don't have to go to an office 40 hours a week to like, shit. Life changing, man. So yeah, y'all keep up that good work. Y'all are making me proud out there, like shaking some of these old thought processes off. That shit is good.
It's tough. I definitely learned some of these things from my younger cousins. So it's always learning.
Right? You're never too old, young to learn. Somebody always can teach you a lesson.
Yeah. Oh, and then that just reminded me of my last piece of advice is to talk. Streaming. Talk in people's chat. You will never find. I found out some things from Crip I would have never imagined from his previous days. From people I used to watch, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It just
definitely
flows.
Just talk to people. I definitely try to make a point to jump into people's streams when I can, and just like if I'm in there, I'm saying something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun out here though.
It is. Definitely.
All right, well, Big Dog, we have reached the part of the podcast where I make my guests brag about themselves. So, call to action: where can the people A, find your content, and B, do you have anything coming up that you want the people to know about?
All right. Call to action. So, first place is going to be, even though TikTok may be leaving us, is TikTok. Right? Big Dog F, big _dog F. You'll see a dog icon. You'll see a podcast. I post mainly like video game clips, stuff like that. And then my other Instagram is going to be Foley, FOLI .D. Don't really post there as much as I should, but we're working on that. And then the last thing is just I got a game coming up called Dog Out, with the one and only Chris will be playing.
I can't wait.
Yeah, hopefully it's gonna be a good time
for sure.
And it's going to be like a Family Feud style game. We're gonna have questions. We're gonna have a bonus round. We're gonna have. I think it's mostly. Actually, I think it's all streamers.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so we'll see, test some people's knowledge, and hopefully we'll be able to make more in the future. But,
hell yeah!
And then art.
Yes. I can't wait. And also, I'm excited. I'm going to be bothering you randomly throughout the year about this comic. So, if it get annoying, let me know.
Nah. I need as many people to hold me accountable. My mods have been doing that. So,
yeah. Hell yeah. Good. All right, bet. So, yes, check out Big Dog F on those platforms. Links will be in the description of this podcast. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, what are you waiting for? Uploaded and Unfiltered is on your podcast catcher of choice. Also, leave me a review. 5 stars is preferable, but do what you feel is best. And other than that, I'm going to let y'all go. Big Dog, thank you for doing this episode with me. You have no idea how many things that you just put into my mind as far as things that I want to make. So I appreciate you for that.
Thank you for having me. I always see the podcast and I'm like, I don't know when it's gonna be my turn. But when I got the notice, Mama, y'all ain't never gonna believe it. Yeah,
whatever, man.
This year off.
You
started this year off great.
Hey, anything you can do to help, man. Because again, like I see the people that I talk to in my content creation life, like I see the things that they could aspire to be, and like I feel like it's part of my job as a friend of theirs to push them a little bit. So I will be doing that, especially with this comic book thing, because I've been thinking about like if somebody could draw it for me and I could just sit there and give them all the ideas, like I would love to do a comic. And eventually, you know what? One day that's gonna happen. But now that you're in that seat, boy, I'm like, hey, gee, what's good? What's good? What page we on? What's concept we working on?
I feel that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. For sure. Other than that, yo, I appreciate y'all for listening. Thank you again for being a part of this podcast. We are like 77, 78 episodes deep. No weeks missed since we started. And that shit's not stopping. So other than that, as always, protect your mental, keep creating content, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.